Every one of us, whether we are studying, teaching, building, or even leading projects, knows how quickly our ideas can outgrow the tools we use. Notes scatter across platforms, sources pile up, and soon we are spending more time managing information than creating impact. That's exactly where Notebooklm steps in, a workplace powered by AI to help you organize, analyze, and create effortlessly. It's built to adapt to you, students sharing lessons, educators designing courses, professionals crafting strategies, and teams building large-scale reports. And with Gemini 3 Ultra engine, Notebooklm takes that ability to an entire new level, offering smarter insights, longer presentation, watermark-free exports, and also lightning-fast generation across everything you build. In this section, everything you will see is created using Notebooklm Ultra, the top-tier experience made for those who think big and work fast. It's where productivity meets intelligence and where ideas truly come to life. Now, if you want to master the AI systems powering Notebooklm Ultra and take your generative AI skills to enterprise level, check out the Advanced Executive Program in Applied Generative AI from IITM Parvatak and Simplilearn. This 4-month live online program is perfect for students, educators, IT professionals, and teams who want to lead in agentic AI and Gen AI deployment with 70+ hours of hands-on labs using tools like Copilot, Azure AI Studio, ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Hugging Face. You'll master agentic AI frameworks, MCP protocols, LLMs, prompt engineering, RAG application through 7 capstone projects and 15+ real-world case studies. Plus, get a 2-day campus immersion at IIT Madras Research Park, exclusive masterclasses from IITM faculty and alumni, and Microsoft badges for Azure AI Fundamentals and Copilot certifications. Simplilearn's job assistant includes AI resume optimization, mock interviews, one-on-one career mentoring, and exclusive hiring opportunities from top-tier companies. Also earn Elite certification from IITM Parvatak Technologies Foundation plus startup incubation eligibility. Hurry up and enroll now. The link is given in the description box below and in the pinned comments. Before we get started, here's a small question for you to answer. What's prompt engineering mainly about? Is it making prompts longer for better results? Crafting specific instructions for an accurate output? Adding more training data to the model? Changing the model's temperature setting only? Let us know your answers in the comment section below. Now let's get started. Now, how to sign into Notebooklm? It's pretty simple. So if you're having a Google account, you have a pretty much free tier to execute in Notebooklm. So just type in Notebooklm and open the first link that is showing, which will show you how to log in via your Gmail account, which is basically your Google account. And then you will see a similar notebook which has been opened. So here you can see all my details. This is a free version, and here you can create the notebooks. There's option of share settings, and normally when you open Google, you will have other details such as documents, drive, etc. here. And here is the main thing. So adding sources is the main point of this Notebooklm. So it analyzes each and every document, whether it's from the internet or you're uploading yourself, everything will be here displayed. And regarding these documents which are uploaded here, you can ask any question here. Now coming to this part, you can see an audio overview, and create an audio also is available in Hindi, Kannada, and other languages as well. So you have overview, and then you can create a slide, and a video overview also, which creates a video based on whatever topic you're working on. A mind map is also given, reports, you can create flashcards, quiz, infographics, and also data table. All these will be generated according to whatever information or even the links or documents that you are giving to the Notebooklm within just one click. Now, how do you create new notebook? So starting with, you can see a name. This is a new notebook. If you want to create another new notebook, just click on create notebook, and then you will see a similar version. Now just cross it back and you can rename it whatever notebook you want. Now, before we get started, let's see what are the options available for the subscription plan. Now, as you can see here, there are standard, which is Notebooklm standard version, Notebooklm Plus, Pro, and Ultra. Now, how do you sign up for each of those? We just need a Google account for a notebook standard. We need a Google AI Plus plan for a Plus notebook version. For a Pro, again, we need Google AI Pro plan. And for Google AI Ultra, you will get a Notebooklm Ultra. Now, if you come down, you can see the usage limit for each. For a free version, it's 100 per user. For a plus version, it is 200 per user. For a pro version, it's 500. And for a ultra, it is also 500. Now, how many number of sources or links or documents can you add in your chat? It is 50 for a normal free version, 100 for plus, 300 and 600 for pro and ultra. Now, we also talked about audio generation, video generation. Now, the quality and the quantity. Also, a free tier audio overviews are only available 3 per day. And for plus user, it is 6. For a pro, it is 20, and for a ultra, it is 200. So basically, you can create 200 videos per day, and it is similar to the audio ones as well. Now, as you can see, for a pro and ultra versions, we can create cinematic video overlays, but for the rest of the one, it's going to be a normal version. Now, again, reports also, we have, for reports also, we have a certain number of executions which are available: quiz, mind map, deep research, data tables, infographics, etc. Now, what are the premium features? Here, customer chat analysis and advanced sharing are the things. Gemini models used, access to Gemini models, all of them are accessible to Gemini model, but the priority is for ultra models and pro models. Now, watermark of videos especially will be available here only for ultra ones. Rest all versions, you can identify this video will be generated by a Notebooklm. Now, here are some applications, etc. Now, what is the cost of getting this versions? So basically, you have to go for the cloud versions. So for a plus version, it is costing you around 200 per month for 6 months. And then we have pro version, which is again with peaks of storage, etc. We have to pay 1,950 per month. And also for the ultra people, we have to pay 24,500 per month. Again, this is included the storage that you're buying, whether it's a big institution, small institution, whichever is suited for you. Choose wisely for your own requirements. Now, this is the basic prompting that I have showed you before, but here I have the ultra model just to see the difference and making it more easier for me to explain. So starting with, it starts with the same interface as for a free plan also. Now here you can see it is given me is if there is any other better questions, you can ask it. Now let's try with the second document. I'm adding one more source, upload file. You can upload the website as well, which will come to it later. This is about computing and AWS as well. Now, according to this document, let it get uploaded, and then I'll be listing 5 most important AWS features for cloud beginners. So the document is done. So let's just give the prompt for this. I need list the 5 most important AWS features for cloud beginners. Let's just give this. Again, it's a very big notebook that I have given, which is in the PDF format. If you're using a free version, you might face a little bit delay in the peak hours, and you might have a limit for your number of chats that you're doing, etc. So as accordingly, plan yourself whether to upgrade it or not. Now here you go, top 5 most important AWS features for beginners. You have the top 5 of them, which is from a document which we have uploaded. Instead of just sitting and going through the entire document, you can refer to here. Now let's add the third resource. Again, it's the same procedure, upload and the document, whatever you need. Again, this is Amazon EC2 user guide. Now from this, I need what EC2 is and the main use cases and when to choose it. So let's just type in the question keys by the time the notebook will get uploaded. So the question for me is, what is EC2? Explain. Let's add what EC2 is. Let's say its main use cases, and I need to know when to use it. So this is my question. Now, how many pages is this one? Let me just check. It's about 3,765 pages. So instead of reading all these things, it is a better option to upload and ask the question. It will take some time for large files to get uploaded and also to read it. By that time, I'll just add the next ones also, next 2 PDFs also, so that it's easier for me to upload. Those are also huge files. So by the time we come to the question, it will be done uploading. Okay. So the notebook 3 is uploaded, which is the EC2 one. So the question that we asked was, explain what EC2 is, what is its main cases, and when do I need to use it? So this is a question specifically asked for an entire document which is around 3,700 pages. Now let's give it the question. It might take some time because it's a huge file. As you can see, it is showing me the steps as well. So composing, expanding, instant types, etc. And here you go, you have the answer for the question that you specifically wanted from a document of 3,700 pages. Now, Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud with Amazon EC2 is a web service that provides secure, resizable, and on-demand computing capacity in the AWS cloud. It allows to launch so and so, and then you have the main cases which I also asked for, and then there is also main use cases which I asked for. So it is general purpose workloads, compute and memory intensive tasks, machine learning and AI, graphics and rendering, Apple platform development, etc. Now I asked one more question with this, which is when to use EC2. Now it is showing me that you should use EC2 whenever you need flexible cloud-based virtual services. Deciding exactly how to use it depends on your workloads, predictability, duration, flexibility. AWS offers several purchase models, and we have the use on-demand instance, use spot instance, etc. Now coming to the fourth document that we have uploaded, it's regarding cloud computing. Now from that document, I want to source diversity and general cloud definitions. Now again, it's going to go through the entire PDFs and gather the information. Now here's an option of selecting and deselecting. So after upload, if you don't want the answer to be from so and so documents, you can just untick it and here you go. It will process only that specific document. Now the answer is here. Cloud computing is broadly defined as an IT paradigm that enables on-demand delivery of shared computing resources such as compute power, databases, storage application, and networking over the internet. So we have elasticity and self-service, provisioning, billing and metering, resource multiplexing, etc. So we have the answer. So from the fifth notebook, which is about IBM database, let's ask a question. Let's say give beginner-friendly explanation and source cards. Again, I want it only from the notebook 5. So I've just clicked on it. So it's easy for them to understand from which document should I go through. So here you go. I'm creating a set of beginner-friendly flashcards. You can see study on these concepts. So we have what is cloud computing. You can use this as a flashcard for you to study. Now, can I upload all the files and ask all the questions at the same time? Yes, you can. As I showed you before, you can select up to 50 sources, which is including your PDFs, your online links, etc. and upload it in a free version, but it goes up to 200 in an ultra version. Now check that out. It was a breeze through the documents for the exact question to be answered within a few minutes. Now next we will check out how we can add links. So first let me search on web as Amazon EC2 user guide and add it. So let's create another notebook for this. Again, it's showing whether to apply a website, etc. So here itself you can start, and I need links to Amazon EC2 user guide. So let's just type in Amazon EC2 user guides. I want it from the web, and you can search it from your drive also and then go for it. So here you can see it will search the links according to the topic that I've given and list out the links that is available. So you don't need to physically go online, copy and paste the link from there to here. It searches on its own. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 and 7 more. So out of like 10 resources. So how do you get this into the chat? We can just say import. So these links will be read by Notebooklm. Now after this, based on whatever information has been provided, I'll be asking a question in the chat itself. So as you can see, one by one, all the sources have been imported. Now here the basic question will be to explain EC2 versus Lambda as if teaching for a beginner. So let's just say explain EC2 versus Lambda as if teaching a beginner. 2 more sources are left. It'll take few minutes. So I think the answers will be available in the other document. So I'm just clicking it go and it will start its result. So here you go. To understand the difference between Amazon EC2 and AWS Lambda, it helps to look as much as control you want versus how much your underlying work you want in Amazon to handle. So here's an explanation that you can go through and understand is as simple as possible. Now let's start the question how you can you create a table or not. So I'll just say create a comparison table of computer, let's say compute versus. So let's see if it can create. So as you can see, there is a comparison table for EC2 and AWS Lambda that you can get it. So core concept is a virtual server in the cloud, whereas this is a service that runs small piece of code, and you have different categories and what are the major difference. Now, what about any questions, say interview preparation, something like that? So let me give 3 questions, let's say interview questions based on this sources. Let's see what and how it can help us crack any interview based on the same concept. Now here you go. The first question is storage optimization and EVS volume selection. What is the answer for it and expected question regarding this topic? And then we have topic 2, again question and expected answer from it. Question 3, question and answer from it. Now there you go. You can add resources from directly from the web to this and then generate as number of questions you want, as number of learning you can be generated within just a small click. Now how about creating a podcast and other things? As I mentioned earlier, we'll get into that. First, let's see how if we can create a audio overview, which is basically a cloud career path. Now again, I'll start with a new notebook and then name it cloud career, and then here I'm going to add resources regarding the path for cloud career. I'm just giving the keyword, not much. I'm going to search in the web and go for it. Now what is a prompt that I should give? I should create a small podcast. So regarding that, we should create a proper prompt. Now again, we have various 10 of the first appearing sites, so let me just import it. It'll take some time to import all these sites. Before that, let's create a prompt. Now, as you can see, all the sites have been uploaded and you can see here. Now, let's say create a short podcast summarizing my notebook for a tech learner. And let's just create it and see what appears. So as you can see, it is first reading through all the websites that we have uploaded. Now here for 8-minute postcard, for a free version, we get 3 per day. Now here, whatever audio or video we are generating, it will appear in the studio version. Now what is the studio? This entire thing is a studio. We can create audio, video, which I'll talk about it later. So as you can see, we are generating audio overview. It'll take a couple of minutes to make me. Now I also need a video on, let's say, the same thing. Let's create a video on the same topic. Let's say also create a video overview and let's just say go for it. Now, as we all know, we have mentioned about automatic narration, visuals, and ideal use for YouTube Shorts. So you can just answer it and create YouTube Shorts as per your needs. Oh, audio is still generating and we'll put in video also. It'll take some time to generate, but then it'll be good. Excuse me. Now I'll come back to that. In the meantime, let's create a study guide. Cut that part and so in the meantime, I'll tell you what are the things actually we can create. So I'll just here, for example, take about Notebooklm itself and I'll do the web research and I'll just say go. I'll be creating for the same topic. I'll have a audio overview, slide deck, video overview, a mind map, reports, flashcard, quiz, infographics, and data tabs. Now, how do I do that? I'll just, as usual, import all the necessary links which has the information. And then as you can see, it's all done. Now, in the studio itself, firstly, we can create an audio overview in different languages. So I'll do this at the last. So I need an audio overview. So instead of typing the prompt, there is an option to click on it. So just click on it and as you can see, it'll start generating an audio overview. Now I need a slide deck. So just click on slide deck and slide deck also will start to create. That means actually with a click, you can create a slide about Notebooklm. Next, we have a video overview. So you can just again click on it and it will be generating. So here for video generation, we have 3 modelers, which is cinematic, explainer, and brief. So since this is a kind of a tutorial to explain Notebooklm, which is an explainer, we can choose the language, auto select, custom, whiteboard, etc., classic, etc. Now we can hit on generate. Now it will start generating the video as well. So we have audio, slide deck, and a video which is starting to create. If I want to study, the best thing to go by is a mind map, which is like a flashcard kind of a situation. So just click on it and you'll be ready to go. Oh, sorry. So the mind map is ready. We'll take a look into that. We can generate reports also in one click. Now it is creating create report. What format do you want? Do you want as a briefing document, study guide, blog post, etc.? So let's say study guide, and it will start generating reports as well. Now I need flashcards to study about this particular topic. Now click on this and your flashcard will start generating in a few seconds. I need a quiz, just click on quiz. Infographics, again, click on infographics if you want. And also if you want any kind of data table according to the Notebook LLM, whatever you uploaded, just click on data table and it will start generating a data table as well. All are generating within few seconds or few minutes based on what audio and video will take a huge amount of time, since there needs to be a processing time as well. Now coming back to the previous one, whatever we have generated here, the audio is done. So let's listen. So let's just listen.
This is the brief on launching a cloud computing career. The cloud market is absolutely booming with lucrative, fast-growing opportunities. But breaking in actually requires a strategic mix of specific technical skills and proven hands-on experience, rather than just a traditional IT degree. First, you've got to pick a specific career path. You could be a cloud engineer, building out infrastructure, an architect, designing the overall framework, or even a security analyst protecting data. For any of these, you need foundational skills. Linux, scripting languages like Python, and basic networking, like firewalls and TCP, which is basically just how computers talk to each other. Honestly, learning a major cloud platform like AWS, Azure, or GCP is exactly like learning your first programming language.
So this kind of audio can be used in your editing profiles, or to create a short, or to create a podcast short, etc. In so many ways you can use this. Audiobooks can be uploaded regarding each topic, and you can literally start using this and make money as usual. Now, still the video generation is in process. We'll come back to this. Let's go back to all the things that we have created regarding the Notebook LLM. The first thing was audio. I think audio is still generating, video and slide deck. These three things are still generating. It will take a while. So let's just start with mind map, the next thing. So it has created a mind map. So as you can see, we have LM 2026 features and workflows, interfaces, etc. Now you click on, I want to study this. So it gives another huge page where core advantages can be studied, etc. So every topic has its own branching. So you can tick mark after studying each of the topics. This is a very useful tool for students who are actually studying. They usually go for mind maps because it's easier for them to follow up and finish the topic. So let's go back to the studio, and since mind map is done, let's check the reports. Now let's check at the reports that is created, which is a study guide. So as you can see, part 1, we have short question and answers. Then we have key answers to the questions that is there up, etc. So this can be your Q&A session, and this could be only reason required for you to prepare. You can just copy this, paste it and study in a Q&A format, which is much easier for studying. So go back, and then what is the next one? We need flashcards. I think flashcards, yes, flashcards is also created. So let's just look into that. So as you can see, what is the primary functions of revised interfaces in Notebook LLM in 2026 slide upgrade? So you can just see and then use the flashcards to learn and study about the important topic. Now let's go back to the studio. After flashcard, what is there? A quiz is there. So let's take a look at the quiz. So here is the quiz. So according to the kind of university study or external cervical resorption ECR, which is a primary reason Notebook LM was hypothesized to outperform Google Gemini. So here are your options. You can just randomly click on it and then get if it is right or wrong. And then coming to infographics. Now here you can see, you just click on infographics and you'll have a infographics available. So as you can see, you can use this as your entire way of studying. Phase 1, research and synthesis. Phase 2, this is the thing. Basically, if you look at this, you will understand what Notebook LM in 2026 does. So this is also a very pretty important tool for students, especially who are learning concepts, etc. Now after infographics, we have data table. So let's see if the data table is ready. Yes, so let's just open that and you can see data table, which is feature name, what are the features available in notebook, description, primary use cases, user category, key benefits, accuracy and reliability, and the source. And we have prompt based data tables, mind maps, cinematic videos, PPTX, export, artigraph creations from chat, etc. So many in one data table. Now left is audio, slide deck and video. Let's check if I think the slide deck is ready. So let's just check that. Basically a presentation. So let's just play the entire presentation. So as you can see, you have good images, good quality, and then definitions. A synthesis engineering master notebook element in 2026, a defining guide to transform a basic AI chat to enterprise grade production synthesis and even cloud universe reasoning. Now go for next, we have other things. So basically you can start presenting your entire presentation without even typing one single letter. So as you can see, prompt based step one, it's on point presentation. If you ask me, it's very crazy. It's good in colors and legal terms, notebook Gemini, etc., the master playbook, a 5-step methodology, etc. So many things into one slide without even typing one single letter. This is a pretty good slide. Now let's head back to the two most important, which is the audio and the video. So still video is generating and audio is generating. I think the previous one's audio should be done by now. Video should be done. So let's just see. No, it is still taking time. So let's get back when both of these are done. Now the video and the audio for Notebook LLM is ready. So let's just play it. So let's start with the audio one.
I want you to imagine, just for a second, staring at your computer screen on a Friday afternoon.
Oh, we've all been there.
Right. You have this absolute mountain of reading material open. There's a dense 30-page PDF report, a messy spreadsheet with like hundreds of rows of data, and maybe a long, rambling video interview.
It's a classic end of the week pileup.
Exactly. And you need to pull a single, coherent, accurate insight out of that chaotic pile in exactly 5 minutes.
Now, as you know that here it's like audio based on two people conversing. So you can just listen to that and understand the entire concept. Now coming to video, let's open the video up. Now this is a 7-minute long video, which I'll display it.
We keep hearing about these giant do-everything AIs, right? Well, today we're looking at something different, a tool that's designed to do just one thing, but do it incredibly well. So the big question we're going to tackle is this. Is Google's Notebooklm actually the future of how we do research? Look, we've all been there. Whether you're a student, a lawyer, a researcher, you know the feeling. You're just buried under a mountain of digital documents. It's totally exhausting, and it feels impossible to find that one key piece of information you need. Okay, so what if you had an AI that hadn't read the whole internet? Instead, it's meticulously studied only the documents you gave it. The research papers, the case files, your project notes. An expert that is grounded entirely in your world. That's the whole idea behind Notebooklm. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about that problem of drowning in documents. Then we'll dive into the source-grounded AI that makes this tool tick. After that, we'll see how people are actually using it, run a much-needed reality check, and finally, look at what this all means for the future. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts. What really makes Notebooklm different from, say, a regular chatbot? It all comes down to one core concept, being source-grounded. The secret sauce here is a technology called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or just RAG for short. Now, instead of just making up an answer from its giant brain, a RAG system does something smarter. It first goes and searches your documents for the most relevant facts. Only then does it actually generate an answer, using your stuff as its foundation. And this image really shows you what's going on. A standard model, you ask it a question, and it just pulls an answer from its massive general knowledge. But Notebooklm takes this crucial extra step. It first looks at your sources, your research, your files, and then it puts together a response. It's basically a closed universe analysis tool, which is super powerful. And this gets us to the main benefit, which attorney Ernest Svensson sums up perfectly. You get fewer hallucinations. You know, those times AI just confidently makes stuff up. And because every single answer is tied back to a specific source with a citation, you can check its work in seconds. For professionals, that level of trust is a total game changer. Okay, so the theory sounds great. But how does this actually play out for people who are, in the trenches doing research and analysis every day? Let's take a look. So meet PhD student Einar Atalay. For her, everything comes down to credibility. You just can't build a thesis on an AI that might be pulling from some random blog post. She calls Notebooklm her anchor because she knows every single insight comes directly from the academic papers she's already vetted. And this is where it gets really cool and practical. She can upload dozens of super dense scientific papers and just ask Notebooklm to organize them into a table like this one. It pulls out the key findings, the methods, and, this is the golden part, the limitations and gaps in the research. A task that used to take weeks of painstaking reading can now be done in a matter of hours. It's incredible. Now let's switch gears to the legal world. Someone came up with this fantastic metaphor for it: a small hammer for big document problems. See, it's not trying to be some super AI that replaces a lawyer. Not at all. It's a precise, focused tool for a very specific and very painful job, making sense of thousands of pages of case files. And the use cases here are seriously powerful. It can digest an entire litigation file and cut through what they call the paper fog. It can take a bunch of scattered emails and transcripts and stitch them into a story that actually makes sense. And for witness prep, it can turn a mountain of claims into a sharp, concise battle card for cross-examination, where every single point is cited back to the evidence. So what we're seeing is this clear workflow emerge for power users. You start by ingesting everything you've got. Then you explore it all with questions, capture the good stuff, right from the chat, refine it with some smart prompts, and then you export it. This turns the whole thing from just a research tool into a full-on content creation pipeline. All right, it's really easy to get swept up in all the hype. So let's just pump the brakes for a second and do a proper reality check. How does this thing actually perform when you put it under a microscope? And what are its real-world limits? So check this out. A really interesting study put Notebooklm head-to-head with its underlying model, Gemini, using very specific clinical questions. The results? Notebooklm was more accurate. It got 96% of the answers right, compared to Gemini's 89%. That seems like a pretty clear win for the source-grounded approach, doesn't it? Well, not so fast. Here's the twist. The researchers pointed out that for this specific test, that 7% difference wasn't actually statistically significant. And that brings up a really important question. For simple, fact-based questions, is all that extra RAG technology really giving you a big enough advantage? And then the plot thickens a little bit when you look at consistency. Both models were incredibly stable. They gave the exact same answer over 93% of the time. Now, on the surface, that sounds amazing. We want our tools to be reliable, right? But hold on, is consistency always a good thing? Other researchers have pointed out that base models can sometimes be consistently incorrect. The key difference is, if a RAG model like Notebooklm is wrong, it's because it misread a source that you can go and check. If a base model is wrong, it can be a lot harder to figure out why. And outside of the lab, real users have pointed out some of the practical trade-offs. Look, it's absolutely brilliant at retrieval and synthesis. But it's not a great all-purpose note-taking app. People have noted that it's missing some key organization features, and until recently, it didn't even save your chat history, which made it feel a little incomplete. So with all those strengths and weaknesses in mind, where is this technology headed? What does the future actually look like for Notebooklm and tools like it? Well, things are moving fast. It's becoming so much more than just a research assistant. With new features letting you ingest entire ebooks, create video summaries, and even generate and export slide decks straight to PowerPoint, it's becoming a full-stack content machine. And this really hints at Google's bigger strategy. They're starting to build Notebooklm's powers right into Gemini itself. This is huge because it bridges the gap between two very different ways of thinking. That open web, anything is possible brainstorming you do in a chatbot, and the focused, evidence-based analysis you do with your own private sources. Which brings us to our final big question. As we see more of these specialized tools, maybe the future isn't about one giant all-knowing super AI after all. Maybe, just maybe, the future of knowledge work belongs to a whole toolbox full of expert small hammers, each one designed to do its job perfectly. What do you think?
Now again, coming to downloading, There are limits for the free version and there are limits for the ultra version as well. So here you go. This is the entire video created by Notebooklm. So there you go. This entire presentation or whatever things that we have generated, which includes a video, a audio, slide, mind map, reports, flashcard, quiz, infographic, data table, it's just in your fingers with just one click. And that's the speciality of Notebooklm. So now that you have seen everything in action on Notebooklm Ultra, from faster processing and watermark-free exports to those beautiful long slide decks, let's put all this into perspective. Every version of Notebooklm serves a purpose. It really depends on who you are and what kind of content you're creating. The free plan is ideal for students, hobbyists, or even early educators, basically anyone working on smaller research or study projects. If your goal is to make quick summaries, short notes, or 2 to 3 video outlines, it does the perfect job. It's great space to start experimenting and understanding how Notebooklm works. But it also comes with limits, around 50 sources per notebook, daily overview caps, and those watermark exports. It's good for learning, not built for scale. Then there is Plus or Pro, the middle tier for professionals with steady workloads. This plan fits freelancers, solo educators, or even creators producing mid-scale tutorials and ongoing video series. You're looking at roughly 100 plus sources per notebook, about 20 overviews a day, and faster generation with cleaner exports. It's worth it if you're regularly hitting free plan limits. For about $20 per month, you get a workflow that doesn't slow your work when ideas are flowing. And finally, what you have been watching is the Ultra version. This is an enterprise tier designed for high volume creators and full-time teams. Here's where everything changes. Smarter reasoning powered by Gemini 3 Ultra, watermark-free outputs, ultimate slide decks, and 3x faster generation speeds even during peak hours. If you're producing daily content, managing large notebooks with hundreds of sources, or even running collaborative courses, builds, and reports, Ultra simply makes sense. It's the difference between waiting for results and instantly creating, refining, and publishing professional material. At $250 per month, it's definitely premium, but for creators who rely on AI every day, it's not a cost, it's an ROI multiplier. So that was it for this video on Notebooklm. If you like this video, do hit the like button and subscribe to Simplilearn for more such content. If you have any doubts or queries, please let us know in the comment section below, and a team of experts will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you and keep learning with Simplilearn.